All right, what is going on, guys? It is the Stage 7 results show, and deep breath. We're almost there. Stage 8 now loading with 12 stages to go. We are going to be in the final third of the 2025 Dakar here tonight as the guys take the stage or take the, oh yeah, they do take the stage. Ooh, double meet, I don't know, whatever. Coffee's wearing off. It's been a long morning already. Got a lot of stuff going on today. It is Sunday for us here on the West Coast, and 8:48 a.m. as I am recording this. That means it is 7:48, almost bedtime for the guys out in Saudi. Probably already asleep. But some news. We'll start with the good, and we'll end with the not so. First and foremost, Mr. Daniel Sanders capturing another stage win today. Very well done on that one. And they're, you know, it's funny, they're kind of starting to like give him this reputation of just being like the guy kind of waiting in the bushes and the I don't really want to say like sniper of sorts, but you know, he just kind of has that like always within striking distance. And well, today bagging stage number or his 5th stage win of the Dakar, and now tied with Toby Price and quickly getting into the mix there. So he has done very, very well. Reading the stage reports and what happened, it looks like they did get a little bit of water in the morning towards the beginning of the stage, and so they were able to get some hero dirt out there, get out there and make it fast. So we'll see. I mean, it's getting close. He's got about 15 minutes now. We'll go over the overall results here in just a minute, or the overall standings as they sit right after this stage number 7. But the other news, and the one I didn't want to see, I saw the message pop up from somebody, and I was like, I think they should be on a bike right now. And unfortunately, it looks like Mason Klein had to take the ride home on the helo. Thankfully, nothing physical. It was a mechanical, but from my understanding was no longer able to continue with the bike despite his best efforts. And well, I mean, we've seen him before elbows deep in an engine in a stage. So, you know, I know that he gave it his all, and I know it is not an easy blow, an easy situation to deal with. I did see there was some footage on the Dakar website of him being towed, or at least the attempt to tow him, but in the sand dunes, it seems impossible. So I'm sure he was feeling pretty gassed, and finally said, you know, this isn't smart anymore, and it's not even the good way of, yeah. So kind of bummed to see that. You know, he put a lot of time and testing into this, as did the team. You know, the bike is definitely being developed. There was a lot of components on his bike, I think, from some shots that I saw of it, that are definitely influenced from other arenas of racing. And, you know, I'm not blaming that kind of stuff. I am saying that it's cool that they're actually innovating and pushing. And well, unfortunately, with innovating and pushing, and sometimes you push a little bit too far. And so there are still, I believe, if I am not mistaken, that there have not been any other Cove bikes that have retired from the event at this point. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. You know, Cove has been kind of leading their, I think, the new bike category. In other words, bikes that are just barely being developed and put into the Dakar. We've got a newcomer now with Moto that has 2 entries for this year. And Cove obviously now growing in strength with multiple, I believe it's 12 bikes total running. So it's a growing class for them. It's in class as in education. It's one of those things of learning a lot of different things and making sure that the next time around the bike is better. And that is what has been going on. There's been improvements. There's been things. I know that Mason is very technical, so he definitely is keeping an eye on that kind of stuff. He's, I want to say, to a point, picky. He works with certain suspension. He works with certain things, certain components. But that's because they grew up racing, and that's just what you do. You run what works, and you run, you know, you run what you can set up, what you can do. So I don't want to go too far into it, but it is kind of a bummer. I was hoping for a better result for him, but you know, it is, at the end of the day, it is a machine, and machines break down. So thankfully safe, and he's taken the world's most expensive Uber ride back to the bivouac. So maybe we'll hear from him a little later, or who knows, maybe he'll do a guest voiceover like he did at the Dakar. What was it, 2 years ago, I think it was? They had him on one of the videos, so that was pretty cool. But anyway, so those were the 2 things. You know, Daniel Sanders capturing another stage win. We got some more stuff that we'll talk about as we go over the results. We're going to cover SSV in this one as well, since now everybody is there. it's a little easier on the day off to wait longer to see some of these guys finish up and do their thing. So with that being said, let's get to it. All right, first up, we're going to talk motos. We already know who the stage winner was, Mr. Daniel Sanders. So graphic is up on the screen for you guys to check it out. I am navigating over here, and let's get on down to that live. All right, here we go. Okay, stage number 7, Aldo Adimi to Aldo Adimi. That was a loop stage. We talked about that yesterday in the stage preview, if you guys saw that one. So let's talk. Daniel Sanders on the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing Team, 4 hours, 10 minutes, and 33 seconds for him, with Edgar Canet on the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing as well, 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 9 seconds, finishing 3 minutes and 36 seconds back. Edgar, the newcomer to this one, and finishing up the highest placed Rally 2 guy in the field for stage number 7. Tasha Sharena in the number 3 spot, finishing up 4:14.20. He's got a 3:47 gap to Daniel Sanders. So if we know in the overall that Tasha was in that second place, yesterday had made a few minutes up and was down to about an 11-minute gap. He is now going to be at about a 15-minute gap. So we'll check the overall results here in just a minute. So let's get through the top 10 really quick on stage number 7. Pablo Quintanilla in the number 4 spot, 4 hours, 16 minutes flat, with a 5-minute and 27-second deficit to the winner, Daniel Sanders. Adrian Van Beveren in the number 5 on the Monster Energy Honda, 4:17.29 for him. 6 minutes and 56 seconds. Actually picking up 4 minutes and 49 seconds of bonus time. So remember, the bonus time, you get that for opening the stage from certain sections. Tasha Sharena also getting that 2 minutes and 4 seconds of bonus time on that. So Luciano Benavides in the number 6 spot, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 4 hours, 17 minutes, and 57 seconds, finishing 7:24 back. Nacho Cornejo in the number 7 spot, Hero Motorsports Team Rally, 4 hours, 18 minutes, 37 seconds, finishing 8 minutes and 4 seconds back. He did collect 44 seconds worth of bonus time, though. Very well done there. Roy Gonçalves in the number 8 spot, Sherco Rally Factory, 4 hours, 19 minutes, and 19 seconds. Got to be 8:46 back. And then Luciano Santolino on the Sherco Rally Factory, 4 hours, 20 minutes, and finishing up 9 minutes and 27 seconds back. And rounding out the top 10, Ricky Brabeck, yesterday's stage winner on the Monster Energy Honda, 4 hours, 20 minutes, 34 seconds, finishing 10 minutes back. So did manage to get 4 minutes and 47 seconds of bonus time. So very well done. I think with Daniel Sanders starting a little bit further back, having some tracks to follow, that definitely helped him today, especially if it's hero dirt out there. Ricky Brabeck, the stage opener, obviously going to lose a little bit of time. The bonus time helps, but it's not the end all be all when it comes to opening a stage, especially if there's tricky notes. So this, though, does look pretty good. 10th place start for tomorrow, stage 8. That should put him pretty good. He's got a few fast guys. He'll be able to make up some time for sure. So we'll see how that shakes loose. But anyway, so that is your top 10 through stage 7. Again, results are provisional, even though I am getting the alerts right now that they are working through their official releases. There's one from the FIM, provisional classifications. So they're still in the same. So there's being updates made, but generally speaking, we don't see this change so much unless there's news around it. Now in the vehicles, I don't know. I feel like I get more alerts from the FIA than I do from the FIM. So let's see here. All right, let's take a look at the bikes. Let's look at the overall standings as they sit through stage 7. Again, these are provisional and subject to change. Graphic is up on the screen. Daniel Sanders right now sitting on top. Red Bull KTM Factory Racing Team going to be 39 minutes, 29 seconds, and 39 minutes, 39 hours, 29 minutes, and 22 seconds. And then behind him is going to be Tasha Sharena in the Monster Energy Honda. Going to be 39 hours, 44 minutes, and 55 seconds so far. He is going to be 15 minutes and 33 seconds, so gaining about 4 minutes or so, or losing about 4 minutes or so on this stage number 7 to Daniel Sanders. Adrian Van Beveren on the Monster Energy Honda HRC bike. He is sitting at 39 hours, 55 minutes, and 29 seconds. He's got about a 26-minute gap to the leader, Daniel Sanders. So not bad, 26 minutes to 15 minutes. So We're sporting about a 9-minute deficit, more or less. No, 6 and 5, about 11-minute deficit right now. So not bad. All of these times, even that 15 minutes to the lead can evaporate. All it's going to do is take one tricky note and one person figures it out and the other one doesn't, and no bueno. Or tomorrow, for instance, with Daniel Sanders opening the stage, leading out, tricky navigation, he could spend a few minutes at that waypoint and maybe Tasha and the other guys behind him just walk right through it like they knew where they were going. So, or get lost. There's so many things in the world of rally. Come in hot to a speed zone, miss a waypoint. There's a lot to it. You don't see the waypoint missing mistakes here so much as you do in other classes or other events. The Rally GP guys, this is their job day in, day out. So I'd expect a little bit cleaner of a run. Okay, anyway, that's your top 3 overall provisional standings through stage 7. Let's take a look at the rest of the field through the top 10. Ricky Brabeck in the number 4 spot. He is going to be 40 hours, 2 minutes, and 41 seconds. He's about 33 minutes and 19 seconds back from Daniel Sanders, 12 minutes and 14 total of bonus time. So very well done there. Taking a look at that gap, he's got 6, so he's got about 7 minutes between him and the third place position currently occupied by Adrian Van Beveren. So Luciano Benavides in the number 5 spot, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 40 hours, 6 minutes, 54 seconds for him, 37-32 back. And then it is going to be Skylar Howes in the number 6 spot, Monster Energy Honda, going to be at 40 hours, 8 minutes, 10 seconds. He is currently 38-48 back. So very, very close there. Looking at actually just a touch under 2 minutes between Luciano Benavides and Skylar Howes. So that is going to be a tight race right there as it sits. Luciano Benavides at roughly going to be about 4 minutes away from Ricky Brabeck. So still very, very tight. I think that the third place spot is still up for grabs, but so is 1 and 2. A little bit of a distance from 2 to 3, but we'll see how it shakes down. Again, we're going to be 2/3 of the way through and almost to the finish of this one. So the last stage, I don't know if the last stage necessarily counts. Obviously it does, but what I mean is that it's so short that it's difficult to make up time, like make up a good chunk of time, unless there's something just catastrophic that happens. It's very difficult. So we'll see. But that's not to say, because it's happened a couple of times now, that going into the final stage, we're talking about less than a minute gap, between places up on the podium. So very interesting to see how this is going to shake loose. So Skylar Howes currently 6th. Pablo Quintanilla in the number 7 spot on the Monster Energy Honda. He is 40 hours, 15 minutes, and 41 seconds back. 40 hours, 15 minutes, and 41 seconds total time at the moment. He is going to be 46 minutes and 19 seconds back. Then it is Nacho Cornejo in the number 8 spot. Hero Motorsports Team Rally, 40 hours, 22 minutes, and 5 seconds for him. And then Luciano Santolino on the Sherco in the number 9 spot. He is currently sitting on a 40-hour, 48-minute, and 17-second elapsed time. And then the newcomer, Edgar Canet, to the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. Top 10 for Rally 2. Very well done there. Going to be 40 hours, 49 minutes, and 57 seconds. He's going to be an hour 20 behind the current number 1, Daniel Sanders. So that is your top 10 overall provisional results at the moment. Let's take a jump over to the car side of the business and see how these guys are doing. So getting over stage win today, going to go to Mores from Brazil in the ultimate class, Toyota Gazoo Racing, 4 hours, 1 minute, and 49 seconds. Matthias Ekstrom in the number 2 spot, Ford M Sport, finishing up 4 hours, 9 minutes, and 30 seconds with a 7 minute and 47 second gap there. And then Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh, Ford M Sport, placing number 3, 4 hours, 11 minutes, 17 seconds, finishing up a 9:28 out of the lead there. So very well done. Again, probably a fast stage for these guys as well. We do know that they did have a little bit different of a stage. They actually went a few more kilometers than the bikes did. So let's see here. All right, let's talk the rest of the field. For number 4, Nasser Alatia in the Dacia Sandriders car, 4 hours, 13 minutes, and 4 seconds, finishing 11:15 back. Seth Quintero in the number 5 spot, Toyota Gazoo Racing, 4 hours, 13 minutes, and 27 seconds for him. Al Raji in the number 6 spot, Overdrive Racing, 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 37 seconds for him. Christina Gutierrez in the number 7 spot, Dacia Sandriders, 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 49 seconds for them. And then is Variawa in the number 8 spot, Toyota Gazoo Racing, 4 hours, 15 minutes, and 2 seconds. Jacopini in the number 9 spot, Overdrive Racing, 4 hours, 17 minutes, and 49 seconds for him. And then it is going to be Gastaldi in the number 10 spot, Century Racing, 4 hours, 18 minutes, and 17 seconds. So not bad. A lot of 1 minute gaps there. So it is definitely a contested class, contested top 10 on stage number 7. So I'm sure these guys were having fun. Looking at the overall map from yesterday, if you guys saw the stage preview, there looked to be a lot of technical stuff on what would have been the west side of the course for the vehicles, not so much for the bikes. So I'm sure these guys were having fun, and then maybe this is where we're seeing this one. So, or seeing these kind of results, and especially them being so tight. If they had tracks to follow, that's going to be huge. All right. That is through stage number 7. That is the vehicles in general classification there. And then let's take a look at the overall as they sit, your top 10 in the vehicles. Latigan in the number 1 spot, currently 37 hours, 13 minutes, and 8 seconds, followed by Al Raji in the number 2 spot. This one is going to be to the line. Overdrive Racing, 37 hours, 13 minutes, and 29 seconds, with a 21-second gap between the top 2 in this one so far. So Thijs Ekstrom in the number 3 spot, going to be 10 minutes and 25 seconds out of the lead with a time of 37 hours, 23 minutes, and 33 seconds. So not bad there. Let's take a look at the rest. That's your top 3 overall provisional. Number 4 right now, Nasser Al-Attiyah, Dacia Sandriders. And then it is going to be Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh in the number 5 spot. Big gap there right now, 37 hours, 53 minutes, and 9 seconds. And then Serradori in the number 6 spot, Century Racing Factory Team, going to be 38 hours, 7 minutes, and 28 seconds. Jacopini in the number 7 spot, Overdrive Racing, going to be 38 hours, 26 minutes, and 13 seconds back. Seth Quintero in the number 8 spot, Toyota Gazoo Racing, 38 hours, 41 minutes, and 40 seconds. Ferreira in the number 9 spot, X-Raid Mini JCW Team, 39 hours, 11 minutes, and 33 seconds. Baragawantha in the number 10 spot, Century Racing Factory Team, 39 hours, 20 minutes, and 46 seconds for him. So that is your top 10 overall vehicles. So very well done there. Not as close a battle, except for the 2 guys up top, Latigan and Al Raji, 21 seconds separating them. So still a ton of kilometers to go. And I mean, you don't find a waypoint on the first try, 21 seconds is gone. Yeah. You get a speeding penalty, it's instantly a minute. So gone. So many things. It is absolutely going to be on point time. You do not want to give up a single minute, a single penalty, a single anything with a 21-second gap, because anything ends up costing you more than those 21 seconds. So we'll see as this stage shakes down for stage number 8. We'll do the stage preview a little bit later today for you guys. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited for the cars. Just saying. Speaking of cars, though, we got to cover the UTVs. The SSV category, there's some stuff coming. So let's take a look at that one. So SSV right now for the stage, this is the UTV side of things. It is Gonzalez Ferrioli in the number 1 spot, finishing up 4 hours, 34 minutes, and 50 seconds. So very well done there. Again, this is stage 7 for the SSV category, or UTVs. Then it is Brock Hager and Max Eddy, Sebastian Loeb Racing, finishing up 4 hours, 35 minutes, and 41 seconds. And then it's going to be a 51-second gap. So very, very close up at the top. Lopez Contardo in the number 3 spot, finishing up 4 hours, 44 minutes, and 18 seconds with a 9:28 gap to the lead. So that is your top 3 in the SSV category. Let's run down the rest of the list here for your top 10. Visadia in the number 4 spot, Sebastian Loeb Racing, 4 hours, 47 minutes, and 33 seconds. Monteiro in the number 5 spot, South Racing Can-Am, 4 hours, 48 minutes, and 24 seconds, followed by DeSadler in the number 6 spot. MMP, it is going to be 4 hours, 50 minutes, and 8 seconds. Then Andujar In the number 7 spot, South Racing Can-Am, 4 hours, 52 minutes flat. And then Sarah Price and Berryman in the number 8 spot. Can-Am Factory Racing Team, 4 hours, 57 minutes and 8 seconds. Lafort in the number 9 spot. Pole position 77/BTR team, and it is 5 hours, 1 minute and 18 seconds for them. And then rounding out the top 10, Gaspari, going to be in that TH Trucks team vehicle, is 5 hours, 1 minute and 44 seconds for them. So not too bad. Gaps are pretty close, couple minutes in between each other. Not bad, but the race to watch up front was Ferrioli and Hager with that 51-second gap between them. So very well done there. But let's take a look at what the overall says. So overall provisional results through stage 7. Brock Hager and Max Eddy lead the way. Well, barring anything happen, I think the race has been decided. Brock Hager and Max Eddy right now with the Sebastian Loeb Racing Team Razor RZR Factory Racing, 41 hours, 56 minutes, and 42 seconds. And why the long pause and all the drama? Xavier Del Soltre in the number 2 spot, also on the Sebastian Loeb Racing Team, 43 hours, 32 minutes, and 36 seconds. That is a 1 hour and 35-minute deficit to the current leader, overall leader, Brock Hager and Max Eddy. So these guys have got it. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, 1 hour is very difficult to make up. We'll see. There's still some kilometers to go. Again, this is the provisional overall. And then we've got Lopez Contardo in the number 3 spot, 43 hours, 52 minutes, and 46 seconds for him. He is at 156 back. So very, very, very large gaps, including some as we get a little bit lower here, 7, 8, 9. They're like 10 and 11 hour gaps to the lead. So I can only speculate that these are some of the cars that spent the night out of the desert all the way back at stage number 2 and didn't make it to the first rest zone to where they were able to stop their race clock. So let's continue on here. Pinto in the number 4 spot, Old Friends Rally Team, 44 hours, 36 minutes, and 11 seconds so far for him. DeSadler in the number 5 spot. And then there's going to be 46 hours, 35 minutes, and 31 seconds for them. And then Gaspari in the number 6 spot. TH Trucks Team, going to be 50 hours, 31 minutes, and 30 seconds for him. In the number 7 spot, Grueling is out of the Netherlands. Race Art. That is 52 hours, 1 minute, and 23 seconds for him. So that's going to be one of the first or the second cars with a very long gap between them. And then it is Ferries in the number 8 spot, Pedrego Team, 52 hours, 4 minutes, and 39 seconds in 8th. Miller and Short in that number 9 spot. Can-Am Factory is 52 hours, 13 minutes, and 14 seconds for them. And then Montero in the number 10 spot, South Racing, 53 hours, 23 minutes, and 48 seconds. So very, very nice. I mean, Miller and Andrew Short, top 10. I mean, that's in the UTV category. And considering that they're mixed up with the guys that got caught out, yeah. I mean, that's a bummer, but, it's still finishing the Dakar is really the first big leap, placing top 3 and or leading it like Brock Hager and Max Eddy at the moment in the SSV category. That's a whole nother story. So, with that being said, guys, that is your provisional results through stage 7 overall for SSV and for the overall vehicles category and motos. So, I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Again, we're going through the results. We'll be doing stage number 8 preview here in a little bit. Keep an eye on the channel for that one. We do have a few interviews. So, at the top of the show, if you guys remember, we did I mentioned that we're teaming up with the West by 1000 crew. Justin and Kira. Justin out there taking some pictures. You guys have seen some of the photos in the art or the thumbnails that Justin's been out there taking. And then Kira worked with us on the Andrew Short interview that we did a couple of weeks ago right before the Dakar. So we've got more stuff coming from them. She's got some interviews. I've already got the message that she's working on getting them uploaded. Internet out there isn't the easiest thing to come by sometimes. So working on that one, but we're going to have a lot of interviews. So make sure you get that bell notification because we've got a lot of things coming. They're just going to be uploaded in very short succession. So you're going to have you'll have some stuff to watch. So With that being said, guys, remember, it'll make sense when you get there. Enjoy the ride.